Don't be a spreadsheet snob. So I'm not here to give you what to do or tell you what to do and what not to do. For those of you who know me, you know that it's really not my type of personality. I just share my experience on day-to-day basis. I just share my own personal experience with you. That topic, just was just to grab your attention. But this time, what I want to share with you is based on a recent conversation that I had with a young gentleman. We were discussing about his career path, and we were sharing our experiences in financial modeling. And he told me that he recently got certified, in a certain school as, financial modeler. And he told me that it's kind of difficult for him to work with models which follows a different standards than the one that he was taught at school. When I heard this from him, I was kind of surprised. So I said, why is that? I started questioning him. But later on, when I thought about it, I said, okay, I never had this problem. And this is maybe because when I started learning financial modeling back in 2007 and 8, these standards didn't exist at the time. And when I started, really hearing about these standards was back in 2010, 11, when Corality started introducing their smart standards in the market, and they had all these beautiful guidelines and templates and everything. And then later on, Kenny Whitelow Jones, that now he's the founder of Gridlines, he kind of introduced the fast standards, and this was another basically revolution in the field of project finance modeling and other kind of standards as well. But when I learned about these standards back in 2010 and 11, I was very hopeful. I was telling myself that if really these standards become widespread, then it's going to make the life of us financial modelers much easier. And this is really what happened, Nowadays, when you receive a financial model and you realize that it is just based on certain standards, you know that it's much easier to work with that model. However, there is something else that is also happening, like the case I told you with that young gentleman, that people, they become so much used to a certain way of doing things that it's going to be difficult for them to work with another design or another, financial model design and structure. To me, it's kind of odd, because I tell myself that even like, as an architect, the architects, they all go to school, they learn a certain kind of rules, but when they come, they all build their own kind of buildings and houses and designs, okay? And of course, there are certain rules that they need to abide to make this. I don't know, I'm not really expert in the field, but there are certain rules that they need to respect in terms of, the basic structure of what they want to build. However, when it comes to design and structure, there is a certain kind of creativity that goes around it. And I would say that there is the same thing when it comes to financial models. So you need to give the creativity to yourself as a financial modeler if you're building the model to make kind of tweaks and changes to these things, to the things that you have learned, that there are these certain ways of doing things. You can bring your own creativity and your own touch into your models. And if you're reviewing someone else's financial model, you need to have this, an open mind and allow, give the permission to the modeler to build a different kind of structure. For me, it's not a criticism to have a one-pager model, even though we are used to kind of modular, but having a one-pager is not an issue. So that's the message for me to you. Just keep an open mind. However, respect the basic rules of financial modeling. However, keep an open mind and also be creative while building your spreadsheets. Thank you and bye.